Hey guys, it's Cody back coming at you with another video. Today in this video, you guys are going to be seeing my updated WWE Encyclopedia 2nd edition autographs that I have. I got 4 new ones last night at the Big Time Wrestling event in Raleigh, North Carolina last night. So I'm going to show you guys the autographs and just tell you a little bit like where I met them and all that. So the first one right off the bat is Rosie from 3 Minute Warning. It's kind of hard to see. It's in black. Al Snow, I met him on July 23rd of this year at Masters of the Ring Entertainment in Wilmington, North Carolina, which was pretty fun. Aldo Montoya, also known as Justin Credible, I met him at an NCWA wrestling event back in Clayton, North Carolina, back on September 27th of 2014. Ron Simmons, met him at an NCWA event back in like 2013 or 2014, one of those two. Armando Estrada, met him at WrestleCade last year in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The Barbarian, I forget which event I met him at, but I've met him at like a ton of different shows. He's had a lot of indie shows in my area because he lives around here. Next, I have Billy Gunn. I met him at WrestleCade last year. Same case here with the Blue Meanie. Met him last year at WrestleCade. Along with this guy, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Super nice guy. Sad he's kind of not doing well. Booker T. Met him at WrestleCade last year. Brutus Beefcake, met him at WrestleCade 2014 FanFest. Bushwhacker Luke, met him at an NCWA event a couple years ago. Big Stevie Cool from the BWO, also known as Stevie Richards, met him at WrestleCade 2014. Same with this guy, Carlito, met him at WrestleCade 2014. Cody Rhodes, met him last night at Big Time Wrestling in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Dorton Arena. Super nice guy. If you guys ever get the chance to meet him, do it because you don't want to pass him up. He's really cool. Dean Douglas, also known as Shane Douglas, met him back on March 19th at NCWA in Clayton. I've met him like several times. Deborah, met her at WrestleCade 2014. Derek Bateman, also known as EC3, met him at Big Time Wrestling in Raleigh back on February 26th of this year. Diamond Dallas Page, met him at WrestleCade last year. Diesel, also known as Kevin Nash, met him back on July 23rd at Masters of the Ring Entertainment. Super nice guy. D'Lo Brown, met him back on March 14th of 2013 in NCWA in Clayton. Drew McIntyre, met him at WrestleCade 2014 FanFest. Elijah Burke, met him at WrestleCade 2014. Evan Bourne, met him at WrestleCade last year. Ezekiel Jackson, met him at WrestleCade 2014 FanFest. Flash Funk, also known as Too Cold Scorpio, met him last year at WrestleCade. Gangrel, met him last night at Big Time Wrestling in Raleigh. Super cool guy. George South, met him at NCWA a couple times. The Godfather, met him at WrestleCade last year. Greg Valentine, met him at WrestleCade last year. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, met him at NCWA a few years ago. Haku, met him at NCWA on April 4th, 2015. Hardcore Holly, met him at WrestleCade last year. Tom Pritchard from the Heavenly Bodies, met him a couple years ago at NCWA. The Hurricane, met him at WrestleCade 2014. Ivan Koloff, met him at an NCWA show a few years ago. Jeff Hardy, met him at WrestleCade last year. Jeff Jarrett, met him at the Superstar Wars wrestling event on April 18th of last year in Gastonia, North Carolina. Super cool guy. Jim Cornette, met him at WrestleCade in 2014. Jimmy Hart, met him at an NCWA event a couple years ago. Superfly Jimmy Snuka, met him at WrestleCade 2014 FanFest. John Morrison, met him at WrestleCade last year. Justin Credible, met him on September 27th, 2014. Justin Gabriel, met him at WrestleCade last year. Kama Mustafa, also known as The Godfather, met him last year at WrestleCade. Kevin Sullivan, met him at NCWA on April 4th, 2015. Karma, better known as Awesome Kong, met her at WrestleCade 2014. B. Brian Blair from the Killer Bees, met him at NCWA a few years ago. Larry Zbyszko, met him at WrestleCade 2014. Road Warrior Animal, met him at WrestleCade last year. Lex Luger, met him at Big Time Wrestling in Raleigh on February 26th of this year. The Masked Superstar, met him at WrestleCade a couple years ago. Matt Hardy, met him at WrestleCade 2014. Same here with this guy, Matt Striker. Maxine, met her at WrestleCade last year. Mickie James, met her at WrestleCade 2014 in Winston-Salem. Mr. Kennedy, met him last year at WrestleCade. Brian Knobbs and Jerry Saggs, known as the Nasty Boys, I met them last night at Big Time Wrestling. Got to see those two guys wrestle in a street fight. Then I got Ron Simmons and Kama Mustafa on the Nation of Domination. Papa Shango, met him at WrestleCade last year. Rhino, met him outside the WWE live event back on September 10th of this year at PNC Arena. Super cool guy. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, met him last year on June 27th at NCWA in Clayton. Ric Flair, met him last night at Big Time Wrestling in Raleigh at Dorton Arena. Ron Simmons. Rosie. I met Rosie at WrestleCade 2014, just so you guys know. Sabu, met him at WrestleCade 2014. Just so you guys know, I will be meeting the Sandman tomorrow morning at a show. Scott Steiner, met him at WrestleCade 2014. Shane Douglas, same case, met him in Clayton. Shannon Moore, met him at WrestleCade 2014. Sheamus, met him on May 16th of this year at a High Point Wireless store in High Point, North Carolina. High Point Cricket Wireless store in High Point, North Carolina for an autograph signing before Monday Night Raw. Got this in a figure sign. Shelton Benjamin, met him at WrestleCade last year. Stevie Richards, met him at WrestleCade 2014. Tatanka, met him on September 27th, 2014 at NCWA. Terry Runnels, met her at WrestleCade last year. Terry Funk, met him at Big Time Wrestling Carolina's Crowning of a Champion event back on April 9th of this year in Mocksville, North Carolina. Cool guy. Tommy Dreamer, met him at Modern Vintage Wrestling's debut show back on January 30th of this year in Wilmington, North Carolina at Ziggy's by the Sea. Really nice guy. Vader, probably one of the biggest jerks I've ever met. I met him at WrestleCade 2014 in Winston-Salem. Don't ever meet Vader. He is just all about the money. He doesn't care what you guys think or anything. He's just very rude and nasty. Jimmy Valiant, met him on April 4th of last year in Clayton, North Carolina. The Warlord, met him a couple years ago in Clayton. Super cool guy. And the last autograph I have in this book is X-Pac, and I met him on January 25th of last year at AML Wrestling at Johnny and June's in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So guys, that is my updated encyclopedia autograph collection for the 2nd edition as of today, Saturday, September 24th, 2016. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.